everyone, Jennifer from Sundragon Paper and Lace here. Welcome to my channel. I would like to show you this journal that I made that I am just not happy with. I have this little gator mouth kind of going on here with no room or no leeway. And I thought this is the first time I did this kind of a tab binding, which I didn't leave enough room, no gaps in between. So just all around, this journal was a struggle to work through. You know, I had a hard time coming up with things on what to do. It was just always, it didn't go smoothly. So, and in the end, I am just not happy with it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to deconstruct it and redo the whole thing over again. Most of it anyway. There are some parts that I do like. I do like this, what do you call this? I guess it's a fold over. And I kind of made a little secret pocket back in here. And there's a secret pocket back in here. And this holds, you know, this antique paper. I like how the cover came out with the antique document on there and the lace. I do not like how this all looks right here. And I do not like how this all came out. The pocket and everything came out. It's too bunchy, I guess. So trying to deconstruct this might be a challenge, especially since this tab is underneath this antique lace. But I think if I'm careful enough, see this book cover is very, very, you know, it's a book from the 1800s, and yeah, this is going to be a real challenge. See, oh my goodness, look at that. I don't know what to do. Don't know if I can do that. Let me see, I can probably no, I can't take that out, because then it'll just deconstruct this. I mean, it'll take, what a dilemma. I wonder if, yeah, those tabs are really stuck on there. I wonder if I can cut the tabs from this side and leave them on there and then decorate. Maybe that's what I'll do. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do about this pocket, but a lot of it's the whole thing was just a struggle, and I feel like it came out like I tried too hard, you know. I don't know if any of you ever come across this type of thing, but see, yeah, I don't like how the fabric pocket is. So let me see if I can cut the tabs, because I don't want to lose the integrity of the cover, how this looks. You know, I just love how that looks, but I don't like the tabs. So maybe I can cut this. Okay, well, here it goes. I'm gonna do it. And we'll just have to see how I can cover that up. And then figure out figure out what to do about the inside cover, the inside pocket here, the fabric. I mean, this one didn't turn out too bad as far as the poochiness. So let me get a little thing or something to put stuff in. There we go. Okay. That. Take that apart. Some good paper. Some of this just really came out wonky, and you know, like I don't like how this came out. I tried to extend the paper and it just didn't turn out right. Like I said, I feel like it looks like I just tried too hard. And I don't mind the tabs coming off of this, because this is just paper, not the cover. So if it ruins the paper, that's okay. Just so you know, I glued this all with Fabri-Tac, and it seems to work pretty well. So if ever you guys have a question about glue, Fabri-Tac seems to do the job pretty well. How is everyone doing? Did everyone have a good Christmas? I hope so. Okay, let me cut this paper, this string. Where's the middle? Where's the middle? Yeah, I just feel like I just tried way too hard on this, and it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. But I think, you know, if it was my own, I was planning on selling this, and I didn't feel like it was well constructed enough to put it up for sale, if you know what I mean, if that makes sense. And straighten these papers out. This is a vintage. This is vintage. Okay. So I did, this is, how many signatures did I do? I think I did. Yeah, it is too bad. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me cut this. And I'll just have to figure out what to do. I don't know, maybe I can take out. Maybe it'll work. to be very, very careful, huh? I don't know. I don't want to risk it. So I think what I will do is just cut as much of it as I can. Without pulling the top layer. Well, we had a pretty nice Christmas. It was nice and quiet. We had the week before Christmas, we went to the zoo to see the zoo lights in Portland. And oh, look at this. Okay. I am going to just glue this. Yeah, we went to see the lights in Portland and at the zoo, and they were beautiful. I was quite impressed. We've never done that before. Let me see if I can take this part out without, again, I want to just take out as much as I can without messing, without pulling the top layer up too much anyway. Oh, well, that doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad right there. Yeah, the lights were gorgeous. They had lights that were shapes of animals, and I never thought that the zoo would do Christmas lights. So it was lots of fun. Had my granddaughter and my son and daughter-in-law, my husband, and yeah, it was a good time. And then on Christmas Day, we had friends, a couple that we've been friends with for a very long time, and they celebrate their Christmas with their family on Christmas Eve. And so Christmas Day, this is, I think, our third Christmas doing this with them. We order Chinese food, and we just stay at our house and sang karaoke. And okay, that looks fine. That doesn't look bad. I'll just have to cover that with something right there. But this is, I might just have to deal with this. Because I don't want to pull all the paper, the top layer off. And this is a pocket right here. And I guess, you know, it's okay since it's a pocket, it's all right for it to be poofy. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. How am I going to bind this? These two now. How am I going to bind it? I think I'm going to do a different binding. Boy, this one's really stuck. what I think I'm going to do is make signatures and have and bind the signatures with fabric and put the covers like this and have that fabric. I don't know. I don't know if you know what I'm envisioning. I think that's what I will do. But let me try to take this off without too much damage. And I really love the items on this, the papers, the shabbiness of this all. Oh, shoot. I just wanted something a little bit more cohesive. That didn't work out very well. I wanted something a little more cohesive and flowing, that flows a little better. And unfortunately, it became too much junkiness, too much shabbiness maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I felt like it was just a journal from a maker who was trying too hard. Maybe I'll just leave those tabs on there. In here. Oh, little buttons. Paper clip. And yeah, a lot of these envelopes, like I didn't really like how this envelope turned out, so I don't even know why I would use it. Just silliness. And then I think towards the end there I was getting impatient and just wanted to hurry up and get things done instead of taking my time the whole time, which, you know, that isn't a good thing. Look at that paper. Isn't that paper just lovely? I just love it. I don't know if any of you have to go through this. This is my first deconstruct. My first deconstruct. Yeah, I usually just keep working at it and follow through, but this one was a little bit too overboard, in my opinion. I mean, I like the papers, I just don't like how I put it together. I cut this. this can be useful still. Oh, the string got taped in. Okay. This I do not want to mess with. This is really old rag paper here. Oh. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, you see what I mean by trying too hard? I feel like I think what it was is I saw a video and I really wanted to emulate what they did, and I just couldn't do it. You know, I couldn't emulate what they were doing, and so I tried. I guess I didn't do me, and so it didn't make me happy. Okay, back to this. Maybe I can, oh yes, this looks like it'll be fine. Oh, except for the red here. Let me look. Am I in camera? Gosh, this whole time I hope I'm in camera. Okay, there. That's not too bad. I really like that red. I was hoping it wouldn't take out a lot too much. Okay, so I do like how the covers turned out. I just need to figure out is it this way. I guess it doesn't matter. And then the inside I'll have to deal with because, yeah, I'll have to deal with inside. Okay. So this is going to be a big book. Maybe it's the size. I'm used to working on smaller journals, but the size is just different for me. That could be. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is do a binding kind of like, let me see here, let me get one of these. Do a binding kind of like this. You know, where it's so it can grow. You know, make sure the signatures aren't, when they're glued together, they're not glued all the way to the end like that, and then put the fabric so that when you do have a gator mouth, it grows, and this lays flat too. So what I'm thinking is, if I do a binding like this with signatures like this, I can put the cover just like that on the end. Whoops, instead of all the way, put it on the end. It doesn't look good with that, but you know, I think you get the picture. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to repurpose all those pages, figure out how to get them organized, and then do a binding kind of like that. And then we will see how things go. In the meantime, stay tuned, and thank you so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate everyone, and new subscribers, thank you so much as well for joining. And I will see you next time. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.